AmericaNow.com to learn more and request to be featured on the show. Building America, Sunday afternoons at 4:30 right here on AM 560, The Answer.
Portions of the following show may be pre-recorded.
AM 560, The Answer.
Prepare to have your mind opened. The lies of the mainstream media are about to be exposed, and the hypocrisy of the left is about to be revealed. This is a revolution in how you think about politics, race, and culture. You've tuned into Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow. Just like the demeanor. I'm feeding my fam.
Welcome back to this week's edition of Black and Right Radio on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio. Listen, there's been so much transpiring across our world, the state of Illinois, just so much to talk about this week. We're going to get right at it because I am sure that so many of you out there who listen to this show are just fit to be tied. I want to let you know we were doing an event out at Dirty Nelly's this week, and we had to cancel it because BLM and Quifa called in with like at least 80 threats of violence if we were to show up with our group out there to Dirty Nelly's. So we had to cancel Dirty Nelly's. We had to cancel the entire event because they were like, I don't know if we want to bring that to Palatine, and it's just unfortunate that you have these groups of people who revert to violence, but when anybody that's on the right that says anything like push back or fight, we're immediately canceled or silenced or muted. I'm not gonna be one that's muted. And that's one of the reasons why I can't wait, guys. I can't wait. And I hope I say his last name right. He'll probably slap me on the back of my head. But we're going to be talking to Families of Faith Christian Academy and Church, the pastor, Randy Bland, coming up in the second hour. So, I mean, that's going to be a great interview. I gotta let you guys know right off the bat that I pulled all of my kids out of public education, and they all going to that school right now. I've been attending that church for the last couple of Sundays, and telling you I'm loving it. It's down in Channahon, Illinois. So I was at orientation with my kids the other day, and he simply said, "We're not bowing our knees to Baal." I understand it. You have those people that are out there that feel like you Christians are crazy, you stupid. No, we're just faithful. We just believe God. We believe who He is. And that's one of the reasons why I had to invite the Bishop of Truth, Cesar LaFleur, back onto the show.
Hey, man, what's going on?
You know what? I think you gave up on me I thought you gave up on me for a minute because I've been trying to get you back on the show.
I was mad at you, man, because I kept watching you have all these other people in here. George Pearson, P. Ray Lease. Yeah. And I said, I ain't speaking to him.
You ain't speaking to me anymore?
I was puffing. But I'm good to be back, though, man.
Yeah, I'm glad. And you've been traveling all over the world, right?
Being about the Lord's business, man. I'm involved with people that are doing things to bring the kingdom forth and try to save our country.
Yeah.
And so I say, as long as the Lord give me strength, I'm going to go.
Well, you look at what's happening in our country today.
Yeah.
You look at. I remember you and I. We did because one of the reasons I wanted to bring you back on because you and I did a 3-week series on BLM.
That's right. Sure did.
It was great. It was great
Wonderful.
Radio.
Yep.
I really enjoyed it. I got a lot of people reached out to me saying, "Hey, that was some great radio. You and the bishop really hit it out of the park." But have you noticed that what happened during that time? Because we lived it. We were right.
Absolutely right.
As it was happening, you and I were talking about it and lived it. And so many people lived it.
That's right. Yeah.
And we were talking right before the show started about how, you look at what happened to the January 6th. Because I'd never call it an insurrection.
No.
Because it wasn't an insurrection.
Not even close.
You want to know what an insurrection is? Turn on your television right now. If they're talking about, let's look at the Secretary of Defense under Bill Clinton, William Cohen. They're talking about what? What country?
Afghanistan.
Right. That wasn't an insurrection.
That's right.
They brought weapons and they took over a country.
Right. Violently took it over.
Violently.
Put in a system of government in order to be able to control people.
Yeah.
They came prepared for that. That's not what happened in January 6th. That's not.
Why do you think people are allowing themselves to be silenced from government, big tech, and their fellow neighbors. Why don't you see enough pushback when people are trying to be silenced today? And then they're trying to shame you. You look at what's happening with the jab, with the virus and all that, the mask and all that. And you got your own neighbor, your family members silencing you. Why are we standing for it and allowing people to silence?
Well, I think one of the things that cause the mechanisms to come against you, to push back on you, to try to silence you are so significant. The media is lost. I look at organizations like CNN, MSNBC. Those people, there's no scent of credibility with them. And so they come down so hard against anybody who would go against whatever the prevailing opinion is. And I think people are afraid of that. They're afraid of being labeled. They're afraid of being ostracized. They're afraid of their families being attacked. They're afraid of their jobs being threatened if they simply speak up and voice their opinion. And so a contrary opinion is not accepted now, especially on the left.
Right.
And so anybody who speaks out against Pelosi and that agenda from over there, anyone who would be bold enough to say what happened on January 6th was not an insurrection. It was no worse than what happened in Portland for 100 days.
Which was
worse. It was worse. You tried to
the destruction.
You tried to burn.
They did
burn federal agents alive in that courthouse. They were trying to set that courthouse on fire.
Well, Minnesota, they burned up a police station.
They absolutely did. They took over areas in different places.
Chicago, they destroyed police cars, set them afire, stomped them to the point where they were irreparable.
Listen, my wife and I own a business in South Holland. I had to sit in my business with a shotgun in front of the door to protect my business because they were looting and burning down businesses in Calumet City and all those places. Those things happened and they were for real. Now, there's nobody that's going to jail because of those things.
Right.
We had a vice
they
president.
were getting bailed out.
Help get them bailed out.
Yeah.
But now you would take these citizens on January 6th, and what happened with the riot was wrong, but it was a riot. How do you now take those people and you got the whole of the federal government coming down on them? Some of those people have been held in jail for weeks.
Well, some of them are still there.
Right, still in prison.
Our buddy Cashley Kelly, he's still there.
Still in jail. Some of those individuals have lost their whole lives, but people who burned down businesses and did those things, there's nothing happening to them because that's how unfair the situation is now.
Is this you grew up through Jim Crow and all that?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Is this the America that you remember? Is this the America that we should settle for?
Not at all. I'm old enough to remember.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to have watched the progress. I was alive during Jim Crow. I was born in Mississippi, and I've watched, and I grew up in Chicago, during the 70s. I've watched the progress we've made. I've watched how far we've come. I've watched how much we've gone through to get to where we are now. But, John, I think that there are individuals now, today, who would want to see us go back to the 50s because it gives them a vehicle to stand upon in which they can be empowered.
Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you. I've been pulling my hair out.
Yep.
I mean, you look at Uncle Ben being canceled. You look at Aunt Jemima being canceled.
Right.
I mean, the right's not canceling these people. It's the left who's created. I mean, now don't get me wrong. The right does cancel. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. I don't believe in cancel culture whatsoever. I just simply don't. I'll drink my Starbucks while I'm shopping in Target. I'm sorry. That's just me.
Right.
That's just me.
Right.
That's just me. The point is, I give you the liberty. I mean, I can't even give you that liberty. You were born with that freedom, that liberty to live as an American. Mm-hmm. I don't recognize this country. I feel like, and it's so funny because I talk to a lot of people who are from these very despotic nations, Cuba, who are Venezuela, and they say, what is you guys are doing as Americans? You guys are headed to where we've been, and where we've tried to get away from these places where liberty and freedom is not allowed.
There are people who empower themselves, John, by others being victims. And so there are people who would want to see victimology advance out throughout the nation. They want black people to have all of these grievances and things as we did in the 60s. They don't want us to realize the gains we've made, the freedoms that we have, the power we have. They want us to be dependent on them because that empowers them.
Yeah.
There are Democrats who run on the same things that they were running on in the 60s.
Yes.
Because that's how they're going to get elected.
Yes.
As long as we think we need them to rescue us from our weakness and from all of our frailties, because we're such a victim class of people.
Yeah.
And so they want us to think that everybody hates us and everybody's against us and everybody's holding us down.
Right.
The knee is on our neck all the time. They want us to think the
What
police
knee,
are,
though?
The police are hunting us.
No, but
it's
whose
their
knee?
knees.
It's their knees.
That's right. It's their
knees
that's on our neck, but they want us to look to somebody else because then we need them to rescue us.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I push back against this.
Absolutely.
This foolishness and the hypocrisy that's found in it.
Absolutely.
You
and
know?
then one other thing, you'll notice that what they're trying to do now is they try to tie everything, anybody who was connected with January 6th, or even this crazy man who went with the bomb threat the other day.
Yeah.
They want to tie all that back to Trump supporters.
Yeah.
But I say, if you're going to put all that on Trump supporters, every person who shoots up West Englewood,
Come on.
everybody who
Come on.
shoots up West Garfield,
Come
those
on.
are Biden supporters.
Boy, the Bishop of Truth is back in the house. You listening to Black and White on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony. More on this when we return.
I don't need a subpoena. They want my soul, better go to Korea. I love my dog just like I'm Peter. Gotta protect.
Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson.
At some point when you become president of the United States, you're going to be operating without a net. That comes when policy choices you made put American lives in jeopardy. And that's where President Joe Obama, third term of Obama, President Biden was yesterday.
People died. People were horrified.
Start your day with Chicago's Morning Answer. Weekday mornings starting at 5 on AM 560. The Answer.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, Doctors Economos, Gavalis, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidisciplined practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology, such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930. That's 630-830-4930. Or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
Hi, it's Sean. As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their lives. He didn't stop by just creating the best pillow. Mike created the new Giza Dream bed sheets. They look and feel great, which means an even better night's sleep for me, which is crucial for my busy schedule. He found the world's best cotton called Giza. It's ultra soft and breathable, but extremely durable. The Giza Dream sheets come with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty, and come in a variety of sizes and colors. The first night you sleep on them, you'll never want to sleep on anything else. I know this because that's exactly how I felt. Check out the special offer on Giza Dream sheets just for you. You will receive a 2-for-1 low price with free shipping. Call 800-489-0201. Use the promo code LIBERTY or go to mypillow.com. And again, make sure to use my promo code LIBERTY. The number again is 1-800-489-0201. Promo code LIBERTY.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule. Changing the world, one life at a time.
Balance of Nature helps every single person, no matter if they're athletic, no matter if they're young, if they're old. And for me, after retiring, I started taking Balance of Nature, and I've never felt better in my life. And I've been trying to make myself feel good for 40 years now. Balance of Nature is not a supplement. It's not in addition to our health. It's the foundation to our health. It's the foundation to your life to have 10 servings of fruits and vegetables every day.
Get a wide variety of all your daily recommended servings of whole fruits and vegetables without having to leave your home. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 1-800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code CHICAGO.
Let's get it to him, baby girl. Hey.
That's right. Black and Right continues on AM 560. Once again, here's John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right on AM 560, The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony. Hey, guys, guess what? Facebook is finally back up. Go share the link. Share the link. Share the link. YouTube link as well. Share them both. Hey, if you want to give us a call, 312-642. I know some of you are asking for what the number is to call in. 312-642-5600. That's 312-642-5600. Now, Bishop.
Yo.
I don't know if you heard what happened yesterday in Cook County.
Is it about these
Preckwinkle forcing the diaper?
The useless face diapers.
I don't want to get dinged because these big techs are watching and following you. Mandating the diaper for all employees, they have to get I'm sorry. Mandating that all employees have to get the jab by October 15th.
Right. Yes.
Bishop.
And you all have to wear a mask indoors, whether you're vaccinated or not.
Yeah, but I thought when they keep saying trust the science,
right?
What science?
First of all, they turned science into a religion.
They have.
As if we're supposed to just believe it, just by faith. And so it's not really science, because science says, I've seen that there's like 44 different studies that say that these masks, they don't help. They don't help.
Diapers, man. Don't use those words.
Face pampers, diapers, whatever. Yeah.
But you see how they try to monopolize language?
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
So they dictate what you can and cannot say, and then you're supposed to say it. And boy, I tell you, I so want to create my own platform and just be able to say what needs to be said, because mandating that everybody gets. Who's to say everybody can get it? What if the doctor says no?
And what about those
who have
religious
exemption?
Natural antibodies? Those of us who have an immune system. What about people who've already had it and recovered? They make no distinction, because they want everyone to fall in line and do what the collective is supposed to do. And it's taking away your freedom to be able to make decisions for yourself. So this is where we are in America, that not only am I going to take away your freedom to make your own decision about your medical care, I'm going to take away your ability to be able to determine for you and your family what's your best course. I'm going to make you prove that you've fallen in line by producing papers. Come up, give me your papers, give me your ID. There's a concert in New York that's going on today that the only people that can attend are people who have been vaccinated and can present papers at the gate. And so I'm saying to myself, I don't recognize this. You asked me earlier, do I recognize this, America? I don't. But I do recognize this from the history books. I recognize this in other countries that lost their freedoms and became an oppressed people. And I believe that's where we are. And I believe that these face pampers are just a signal that you are in control. It is nothing about protecting you or your medical care.
Yeah, and I think the worst part about it for me is to do it for your fellow man.
You know what?
The shame. Shame on you for not wanting to protect Ma and Pa.
Yeah, that.
Okay. How do you? Because you see that a lot now, especially now. How do you say that when 99.9% of people who contract this virus survive?
It's a survivability rate of over 99%.
Yeah.
So why should I put an experimental? Because it's an experimental vaccine.
Yeah.
It's exploratory vaccine. So you're going to force me to put something that's experimental in my system to protect me from a virus that's 99% survivable.
Yeah.
Why would I do that, and why would I force people to do that?
Can I just point something out? The same people talking about you're out killing grandma and ma and pa were the same people a couple of years ago talking about how we needed to gut Medicare to pay for Obamacare because the boomers have taken all the wealth, and how they've had their run and all this stuff. It's just pick a lane.
Yeah, and how that
I hate intellectual inconsistency. It just drives me up a wall.
That's my point.
Yeah.
And what was it that Sarah Palin got in trouble for? They said, she's lying. About the. She said something about that within that Obamacare
there was going to be a panel, death
panel.
Yeah,
and she was right.
Right, absolutely.
They would be able to dictate who could live and who couldn't live.
Well, and you see that in Canada and the UK, and that they've got the same thing. If you want a procedure that's not that's to save your life, they'll probably get you in.
Yeah,
right? Probably.
Yeah, I agree.
If you've got and I need a knee replacement.
Yeah,
to get my knee replacement, Get in line, fatty.
Yeah.
That's it.
I had a friend of mine who said one day, a friend of hers, I believe, cut themselves.
Yeah.
They couldn't go directly to. They had to wait 3 weeks. You know what happened? They got gangrene in their hand from the cut.
Well, imagine what starts happening when we, let's say, prioritize chemo treatment.
Yeah.
For, you're already physically weak and it's advanced. We don't think it'll do much. Therefore, we're not going to waste taxpayer money on you.
Yeah, so those are the death panels.
But that's just why I keep saying, today it's the diaper. Tomorrow, which is here, it's the vaccine. What's next?
Well, I was talking to somebody about following this road. So if you're going to force me to get a shot because you're going to force me to do that so someone else could be safe, then what keeps them from saying we're going to take away all guns? Because the fact that you have a gun, the fact that that gun exists, puts your neighbor in peril because that gun might eventually cause their harm.
Yeah.
So if we're going to force me to do something, to lose a freedom, to lose a right, so that you can guarantee someone else's safety down this road, then it's never going to stop. Because in the name of safety, the government's going to come in and take full control of your life in the name of keeping you safe.
Yeah.
We know that if we're going to live
and manufacture any crisis to keep us safe from the rest from here to eternity.
So here's the crisis. I'm going to keep you safe, and so now give me your liberties and freedom.
That's not America.
Someone said you can't take Americans' liberties and freedoms because they will fight you for them. You have to force them to give them away, and that's what they're doing. They're bringing around these scenarios, and they're frightening people. I remember when they said COVID was only killing like old people, and young people didn't have to worry about it. Then all of a sudden we got this variant that came up that said now the children, it's your children. If you don't do this, your children are going to die. They're frightening people, and they have people so afraid, not only of what the virus might do to you.
To me, that's not what this is about for me. It's not about the diaper. It's not about the jab. It's about the control mechanism.
Absolutely.
The shakedown, the blackmailing. And then that's what's happening to our schools. That's what happened to Timothy Christian. They were blackmailed into being, and they were coerced into following what J.B. Pritzker said they had to do. Well, guess what? It's me, Carmen Ayala. J.B. Pritzker doesn't have the power to do that. You know how they get the power to do that? If we don't do anything, if we allow them to continue to run roughshod over who we are as free Americans.
And that's exactly what we're doing. And that's why more people have to stand up. I know a young lady, she's very close to me, and that's what she's being forced to do right now. She says we have to stand up and speak out against this, because if we don't, if we allow them just to keep steamrolling us and rolling us over, we're going to lose all of these things before we know it. And it doesn't take a long time, John. It doesn't take generations. It can be lost overnight.
But see, this is what they do. They dress up and they bring these clowns out to make us feel good about, oh my God, I feel good.
Right.
I had a guy tell me, I'm calling you out. You know who you are. I'm sure he's going to come on in. But he told me that my freedom of not wanting to get the jab is not constitutional. What? What? And that I'm not a good Christian because I should want to get the jab because I'm a good Christian. But I want to show you something. These are the type of clowns I'm getting sick and tired of. Because this is a politician from the state of from Louisiana. I believe I don't know if she's the mayor of Louisiana or whatever. But listen to what she had to say about the passport, basically, if lack of a better term.
The vaccine
Listen
passport.
to this. Is it going? Check this out.
Look for your vaccination card and be prepared to show it. I tested this out myself at Saffron's on Saturday, I believe. And no problem. I was proud.
Bam.
Had my card laminated. Bam. Pulled it out. And then my friend who I was with, she had her LA wallet. Bam, pulled it out.
Bam.
And we had a great time dying.
Yeah, who cares? Who cares?
Why don't you tell your constituents to get their voter ID cards laminated, and when they go to vote, bam, pull those out.
Wait. For them, so many people were up in arms about we don't need a voter ID. But we need a jab passport.
Right. And you said this lady was a political leader?
Yes.
And see, that's what frightens me, is that we have these weak, feckless leaders who just fall into line and just repeat what they're told to repeat. And then they pour this stuff into people. And she's going to come on and make like that's a great thing. Come on,
who we got coming up after the break?
Alex Newman from Public School Exit, and he's going to be talking about something very important, the urgent need to rescue our children and get them out of government schools, out of the public schools, indoctrination camps, producing these mindless citizens like this lady we just heard.
Hey, you're listening to Black and White on AM 560 The Answer. Judy, I'll take you right after the break. Don't hang up. Don't go anywhere. Guys, share the link. Give us a call, 312-642-5600. We'll be right back.
He's been called the Mystery Man by the Wall Street Journal, but it's no mystery that Mark Vargas loves America and now stands ready to fight to defend your rights amid the culture war that's raging across our nation. Join Mark tomorrow night at 7 for Mark My Words with Mark Vargas, as he brings you exclusive interviews with some of the biggest names from politics, entertainment, and business, right here on AM 560. The Answer.
I'm Mary Corsetti. Some reactions from the world stage reportedly appear to scrutinize the unfolding situation in Afghanistan.
The UK's Daily Telegraph front page this week, Parliament holds the president in contempt, condemning the dishonor of Biden's withdrawal. And French President Emmanuel Macron emphasized in his readout of a call with President Biden that NATO has, quote, moral responsibility to evacuate its Afghan allies. That mention was not included in the White House readout of that same call. And Bloomberg reported the president made assurances to key allies in June that the U.S. would maintain enough of a security presence in Afghanistan to ensure that they could continue to operate in Kabul after the main U.S. withdrawal.
Fox's Jackie Henry and the National Hurricane Center issued an advisory late Saturday morning, upgrading Tropical Storm Henry to a hurricane. It's expected to make landfall on Long Island or in southern New England on Sunday. America is listening to Fox News.
In retirement, it's all about income, your money making money, while still controlling your principal. If your portfolio has recently taken a big hit, you're not set up for retirement income. We're Crystal Lake Tax, and that's what we do. We position portfolios to generate retirement income. To learn how it's done, join Amazon best-selling author Michael Stewart for the Retirement Success Blueprint every Sunday afternoon at 2.
Did you know that Big Lou can vaccinate your entire estate from the virus known as Uncle Sam? That's right. Big Lou and Term Provider have the only single-dose solution in town, a $1 million term life insurance policy. Yep, a $1 million term life insurance policy with no side effects. One call to Big Lou can lead to an entire estate vaccination that'll provide 100% guaranteed protection against estate taxes and debt, even if you are a bit porky or have a splash of sugar diabetes. In fact, a 50-year-old male may qualify for $500,000 of coverage for less than $100 per month. $1 million for less than $200 per month. Call Big Lou at Term Provider to get the service and price you deserve with zero side effects. Call 800-555-2085 right now. 800-555-2085. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He follows the science too. Call 800-555-2085 or visit biglou.com. Big Lou doesn't give tax advice.
Please allow me to introduce you to Salem Surround Chicago. This is where we call home, and this is where we help businesses like yours succeed with digital marketing. Yes, a digital marketing agency right here in Chicago that helps you use the latest digital technology to stay in touch with current customers and reach new potential customers. Now, don't let the words digital marketing and digital advertising scare you. You may have heard some of the terminology and couldn't make heads or tails of it. That's why Salem Surround Chicago is here. With a local person you can talk to about the tools your business needs to know about and use to succeed in today's crazy marketplace. Let us show you how cost-efficient digital advertising can be and design a plan that targets and surrounds customers with proven marketing strategies. Contact Salem Surround Chicago at surroundchicago.com for a free evaluation of your marketing plan and to explore the digital marketing landscape. We're right here in Chicago and ready to talk about getting your business to the next level. surroundchicago.com.
For eligible individuals 18 or older only. Not available in Oregon or West Virginia. Results vary. See website for details and important safety information.
If your hearing aids are 2 years old or older, you may be missing out on the huge advancement in hearing aid technology now available with Lively Hearing Aids. Switching to Lively Hearing Aids is like going from this to this. You'll be amazed at the difference. Our rechargeable hearing aids last up to 30 hours without a charge. Bluetooth enabled, they can stream music and calls directly through your hearing aids. And adjustable settings in the Lively app put you in control of your hearing. If you've been waiting to replace your current hearing aids because of the cost, the price of Lively hearing aids will be music to your ears. Lively hearing aids cost half the price of most hearing aids, and they're backed by a 100-day money-back guarantee. Try Lively today risk-free for 100 days and save $100 at listenlively.com/radio. That's listenlively.com/radio. listenlively.com/radio.
Hi, this is Carl Amari.
I'm Lisa Wolf. Join us every Saturday night beginning at 8 p.m. for all things entertainment on Hollywood 360.
If you love classic radio shows, The Shadow, Jack Benny, The Lone Ranger, Dragnet, Gunsmoke, and many more, we have them for you on Hollywood 360.
We'll also present trivia contests with prizes, showbiz news, celebrity interviews, games, and movie reviews.
So don't miss Hollywood 360 every Saturday night beginning at 8 p.m. on AM 560, The Answer.
Back to Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
I'm on the loose, making moves. I need some room.
And good afternoon, Chicago. Welcome back to Black and Right Radio with John Anthony. And this is your guest co-host today, Cesar LaFleur, a.k.a. the Bishop of Truth. That's right. I'll never lie to you. I'll never lie about you. And I'll never lie on you. And I'm good to be back on the radio program with my good friend. We've been having some exciting conversations.
You just won't come back on the radio show. That's what you'll do to people.
I know. Every once in a while, I have to put you on timeout. But it's good to be back. We've had an exciting first half hour, and the next half hour is going to get even better.
You know what? Before we bring Alex on, let's take the call from Judy. Judy from Lamont. Welcome to Black and Right.
Hi, gentlemen. Thanks for taking my call.
Hey, you're welcome.
Hi, Judy.
How's it going?
Thank you. Oh, it's going well. So we have a group of moms and dads that are into this, and on Wednesday, the 25th, this coming Wednesday, the 25th at 5 p.m., we are lining our main street, 127th Street in particular. So it's Lamont Road, 127th Street. So we're going to hopefully pack that street with people, like-minded people that want to stop this mask. And our school board meeting commences at 6:30.
Judy, do you have a group where people can find us on Facebook? Any group where they can go look for more information on this? It is
event? Unmask Our Kids.
Okay. Unmask Our Kids.
Yep, coming out of Lamont, and I'm trying to find. I'm kind of new to the group too, but Unmask Our Kids of Lamont. Okay. Unmask the Kids of Lamont.
Kids. Okay.
Unmask the Kids. So everybody, come on down, John. I think you're in Joliet, so you're kind of close. If
I'm not too far.
Come back and hang with us. We'd love to have you. And then I'm gonna, try to get up there and speak at the board meeting and do what I can. We did have a little bit of coffee talk with our Senator Curran the other day.
Okay.
And at that moment in time, I think change. You know what? It went fine. It went very well. He was very, receptive and doing everything he can. The bottom line was, at that moment in time, I think things have changed in the last couple of days because all the schools are on board now. Are getting there. 41 was the last count for doing this. What they're doing for getting down on us.
The mask.
But he. Thank you. Sorry, I'm lost for words here. And he basically said, they're trying. They're trying to do the legal route. Governor Pritzker has put the hammer down.
Well, they are doing the legal route because Governor Pritzker and his group are doing the illegal route. They do not have the power. We should never give government power they do not possess. The moment we do that, they will continue to find other avenues where they can usurp their power.
Take more and more,
our power,
and they'll never give it back.
Correct.
They'll never give it back.
Thank you so much for.
Thank you. Okay, thanks, guys.
No problem.
Right, thank you.
Hey, thanks for calling in.
Yeah,
and
thanks.
in the line of talking about saving and rescuing our children, our next guest, Alex Newman, someone I'm really happy to have on the program today. Alex Newman is actually the executive director of Public School Exit. He's the president of Liberty Sentinel Media. He is an award-winning journalist. He's an author. He's a speaker. He's an investor. He's an all-around solid brother. And Alex, welcome to Black and Right with John Anthony. I'm so glad to have you on the program today. How are you?
Doing great. It's great to be with you. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Welcome.
Yeah. Hey, Alex, Illinois, our governor is going to be signing SB 818.
He signed it.
Yep. It's comprehensive sex education. It's come to Illinois schools. Talk to the people in Illinois about why it's so important to get their kids out of these indoctrination centers, out of these public schools.
Well, I think that piece of legislation right there that you just mentioned, I talked to another friend in Illinois a couple of days ago, and he told me that had gone through. I think that piece of legislation is a perfect illustration of why it is critical to finally get the children out. Now, I like to point out that even if we could wave a magic wand and get rid of this particular piece of legislation and some of the other bad things, now they're pushing the transgenderism, they're pushing the CRT, they're pushing all kinds of crazy things in school. But even if we could wave a magic wand and abolish all of that immediately, it still wouldn't be a safe place to send our children. And that applies academically, it applies spiritually, socially, emotionally. If you look at the government's own data, and I don't remember Illinois' offhand, but you might know, Caesar. But nationally speaking, less than 1/3 of America's children in government schools are proficient in anything. I mean, they're not proficient in math, English, science, reading. That's how bad the situation has gotten. Now they're telling kindergartners that they might have been born in the wrong body. They're training them to hate their parents, hate their families, hate their churches, hate their country. It's a disaster.
That's right. We're going to take questions for Alex. Alex, you don't mind taking some questions, do you?
Not at all.
And the call-in number is area code 312-642-5600, and we're talking to Alex Newman, the Executive Director of Public School Exit. Alex, I've had the pleasure for the last couple of months of working with you, doing talks around the state of Illinois and other places and trying to encourage parents to get their children out of public schools. And we've been talking about it as if it's a state of emergency. I guess you used the phrase like the building is on fire. And what's necessary right now is to rescue the children out before we start talking about how do we put out the fire. And so we're saying that it's critically important. And you also make an interesting point. You say that what we're getting from the public schools is by design. The public schools are not broken. They were designed to work this way, to produce what they're producing. Could you talk about that a little bit, like the history of public schools and how it has led to us? We're going to have to pick that up on the other side. I just looked at the clock. We only have a few moments. We're talking to Alex Newman from Public School Exit. He's going to be taking questions on the other side of the break. And the call-in number is area code 312-642-5600. Parents, come up with some questions and call in because this is important. And pastors, you listen as well because you have a place in this. Churches need to become centers of values-based education. We've got to get our kids out. We must rescue our children. Come back on the other side of the break. It's just getting started.
Hi, John Anthony here. Let me tell you about my good friends at Matrix Home Solutions. They are a brand new sponsor of the show. And when it comes to top quality home improvement projects, no other company comes close to Matrix. They focus on 4 major areas to increase the value of your home and improve your lifestyle: basement remodeling, bathroom transformations, custom garage flooring and storage, and energy-saving solar solutions. Now is the perfect time to contact my friends at Matrix to discuss ideas and plans for your home. Matrix is the premier choice for renovation services. They deliver an exceptional, professional, and hassle-free experience. Go to matrixhomesolutions.com to view project photo galleries, special financing options, and more. That's matrixhomesolutions.com. Tell them John Anthony sent you for exclusive savings, and thank them for sponsoring my show. matrixhomesolutions.com.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
I went to my dentist, and my dentist goes, "Oh, your gums are so good now." And I said, "Well, I'm taking this stuff called Balance of Nature." And she pulls out a bottle. And she goes, "Oh, you want some?" And they were all hooked on it. It's really good.
I've cut down on supplements so much with this because it's giving me a balance, and I can tell it. And I can really definitely see a difference in energy, stamina, and I'm sure that if that's doing better, the inside of me is doing better.
Get a wide variety of all your daily recommended servings of whole fruits and vegetables without having to leave your home. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 1-800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code Chicago.
Hi, it's Amy. And as you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of your life. He didn't stop by simply creating the best pillow. Mike created the new Giza Dream bed sheets. They look and feel great, which means an even better night's sleep for me, which is crucial for my busy schedule. He found the world's best cotton called Giza. It's ultra soft and breathable, but extremely durable. The Giza sheets come with a 60-day money-back guarantee, a 10-year warranty, and come in a variety of sizes and colors. And guess what? The first night you sleep on them, you'll never want to sleep on anything else. So check out this special offer on Giza Dream Sheets just for you. Receive 2-for-1 low price with free shipping. Call 1-800-489-0201. Use the promo code Amy or go to mypillow.com. Make sure you use the promo code Amy. That number again, 800-489-0201. Promo code Amy.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
And welcome back, everyone, to Black and White Radio with John Anthony. This is Cesar LaForia, guest host, and on the line with us, we have my good friend Alex Newman from Public School Exit. Once again, the number to call in is 312-642-5600 if you have questions for Alex. Alex, before the break, I was asking you to start talking about how did we get here? How did we get to the place where we have kids graduating from our schools that can't read the diplomas we're giving them, and they're accepting things like Marxism and communism and all these kind of weird ideologies? How did we get here?
Well, thank you for the opportunity to speak on this, and I'm really passionate about this. You said it perfectly before we went to break. The schools are doing exactly what they were designed to do. Now, it took us a long time to get here, but if you go back and look at the history of how the government took over education, see, a lot of people don't realize that for thousands of years of human history, parents were always in charge of educating their children, and sometimes there was a supplemental role for the church. This whole idea that the government ought to be in charge of raising and educating our children, that is a very modern idea. It didn't catch on anywhere in the world until about 150 years ago. And when you look at the individuals, when you look at the men who pushed this idea, every single one of them rejected God, rejected truth, rejected what God has revealed about private property, about family, about marriage, about the natural order of things. And they were determined to fundamentally transform society, and they recognized that using government control over education would be the most effective way to do that. A lot of these crazy ideas that came about back about 100 years ago under the leadership of John Dewey. We wrote a whole book on this. John Dewey was a man who went to the Soviet Union and praised this barbarous system that slaughtered tens of millions of people. He was a guy who wanted that kind of system in America by his own admission. His religious views were summed up in his religious manifesto called the Humanist Manifesto, which is basically communism combined with rejecting God.
Well, let me just interject right here. So you're saying that the founder of public education in America was inspired by what he saw in Soviet Russia.
Wow.
Yes, and that's a documented fact. Nobody has to take my word for it. Talk to anybody with an education degree in this country. Put his name into a search engine. John Dewey. He's almost universally acknowledged as the founding father of America's government education system. And go read about him. I mean, this is a man who went to the Soviet Union and wrote back this whole series of articles. They appeared in the New Republic, talking about how wonderful the Soviet system was. And I challenge you to find anybody who lived under the Soviet system and ask them.
It sounds to me they saw a way to wrest away power from parents through that Soviet system. But, hey, John, we have Julie on the line. She has a question for you. Julie, welcome to Black and Right.
Hi, thanks for taking my call.
Hey, no problem. What's your question for John?
Question?
For Alex.
I'm wondering
Alex.
for Alex. Yeah, that's okay. It is a great thing. Public school parents are speaking up at board meetings. It's just an explosion, right? They're complaining they're against masks. And then if that was, resolved and they get what they want, then they still are against CRT, critical race theory, indoctrination, and they're also against sexual indoctrination. Now, if they get what they want, they're not going to get all of what they want. Where do they draw the line? When are public school parents going to say they're going to pull their kids out? Are they going to do it next year after all their kids are indoctrinated?
Right,
I mean,
thank you for that, Alex. I say they're already past time. It's time to get them out.
Yeah,
there.
Absolutely. The time was 100 years ago. We never should have set off on this road, but better today than never. Better today than tomorrow. It is a crisis, folks. And when I say, as a metaphor that the schools are on fire, it's really not even an appropriate metaphor, because a fire is not nearly as dangerous as what's happening in the public schools.
Wow.
And the thank you to the caller, we've got to get this over now. We've got to do it now. Even if we waved the magic wand and got rid of all these things, it still wouldn't fix the core issues. You've got to get them out.
Yeah. Hey, Alex, I recently pulled, I keep saying I pulled all my kids. I left my son, who's a senior, because, that probably would have started World War III in my house. But I pulled the rest of my kids. I have 6 total. I have 4.
Oh, God bless.
Yeah, I have 5 that were in the public system. I pulled 4 of them out. My 4 girls, but my son stayed in.
I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
but I pulled them out and I put them in a school where where they allow me as a parent to have to have complete control over what happens in my kids' education system. Do you believe that if more parents did this, I mean, I look at Catholic people in the diocese are listening to whatever the government tell them. If the people who are sending their kids to the Catholic diocese stop paying tuition, or people start pulling their kids out, do you think that'll help expedite how they're making a lot of these decisions as far as the government officials?
It absolutely would. If we had some market mechanisms here where parents were deciding where their children would be educated, parents were deciding how they wanted their money spent. Absolutely. If the Catholic schools, and the Catholic schools actually saw this firsthand. About half of the dioceses accepted Common Core back when this was a big scandal maybe a decade ago, and a lot of them paid the price. A lot of parents said, hey, why am I going to pay $8,000 a year to get my children the exact same dumbed-down brainwashing that I could get for free in a government indoctrination center? So a lot of private schools are paying the price for following the government.
But see, what our governor did here was he kept the numbers. I think that he passed a law that they'll continue to use the numbers as far as the people that are enrolled in the school system at the 2019 level, so that funding that 2019 funding can still be used even today. Even if people start pulling their kids, that money will still be there. I mean, that's just asinine. What are your thoughts on that in 20 seconds?
It absolutely is. And I've been tremendously encouraged by the enormous number of parents pulling their children out of school. The homeschool population has more than doubled just in the last year. And so that needs to be followed by a defunding of public schools. There's no reason they should get the same amount of money when they've only got.
Hey, Alex, can we hold you for just one more segment? It's a very short segment.
Yes, sir.
All right, because we got a couple more calls that people want to have a question for you. Hey, you're listening to Black and White on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with the Bishop himself, the Bishop of Truth, Cesar LaFleur. We'll be right back.
Don't put the blame on me. Don't put your blame on me.
Tell me why Relief Factor is so successful in lowering or eliminating pain. I'm often asked that question. Pete and Seth Talbot, the father and son founders of Relief Factor, tell me they believe our bodies were designed to heal. That's right, designed to heal, and now I agree. The doctors who formulated Relief Factor for Pete and Seth selected the 4 best ingredients, 100% drug-free ingredients that each help your body deal with inflammation. That's correct. Each of the 4 ingredients deal with inflammation on a different metabolic pathway. That right there, approaching your pain from 4 different angles, may very well be why so many Americans find such wonderful pain relief. If you have back pain, shoulder, neck, hip, knee, or foot pain from exercise or even just getting older, you must order the 3-week quick start now. Discounted to only $19.95 to see if it will work for you too. I think it could. Give your body what it needs to heal itself. Go to ReliefFactor.com, call 800-500-8384. ReliefFactor.com.
Joe didn't talk to a Mattress Firm sleep expert. And when hunger led him to the deli, junk sleep left his wallet at home.
Oh, did I?
Leaving Joe checking every single pocket. Twice. To the frustration of everyone in line. For the type of sleep that makes wallets unforgettable, head to Mattress Firm and unjunk your sleep today.
Marcus by Goldman Sachs offers personal loans with no fees, ever. Banks offer coffee. So, what's more important? A Marcus by Goldman Sachs loan with no fees that could help consolidate debt, or bank coffee that tastes like bank coffee. You can money. Visit Marcus.com to learn more about saving, borrowing, and investing from Marcus by Goldman Sachs.
Investing involves risk and investments may lose value. Brokerage and investment advisory services by Goldman Sachs & Company, LLC. Member FINRA SIPC. Lending and deposits products provided by Goldman Sachs Bank USA. Member FDIC.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Stop. Welcome back to Black and Right on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with the Bishop of Truth himself.
Yes, sir.
Cesar LaFleur.
Yes, sir.
Before the break, we were talking with Alex Newman.
Yeah.
I mean, a wealth of knowledge and wealth of information.
Dude, you have not even begun to know.
Alex, I'm gonna go to the phone lines. We have Dave from Palos. Dave, welcome to Black and Right.
Hey, welcome. Hi, guys. How you doing? Just wanted to make a quick comment that myself and my wife are like most parents. We believe that the schools and the school system has the best in mind for our children. We're busy people with our lives, working, etc., and so we put them in there hoping that the curriculum is going to be good enough to get them to college and to get them up to speed and everything, to get them to the best college, etc. But we have to remember and keep in mind that there are other people that think that they're doing the best for society or whatever that is. Maybe they're misguided. They go to school for these, and they take these courses in college and become experts on this kind of critical race theory and everything, and other things, and then they get it tied, through NGOs to our tax money. And so I think we really need to take back. In order to kind of take back control and set the ship right again, I think we need to really get control of where those dollars are being spent.
Yep.
And we took our son out of the Illinois Math and Science Academy, which is a very, very good school. Yeah, the IMSA school. Yeah. We took him out of there for a couple of different reasons. But one of the things was, since we put him in there, I was getting emails with signature lines where administrators are saying, they're quoting to me, a parent, what they'd like to be called, he, she, whatever.
Wow.
And I'm just rolling my eyes. I'm gritting my teeth. I'm like, come on, guys, we're all adults here. I mean, everybody was brought up, to treat other people as they want to be treated. And now it's just kind of, it's a little bit to an insane peak. And kind of the last drop for me was when I got an email. They were doing the best they could with the COVID of doing activities for kids on Zoom.
Yeah.
But one of the Zoom activities was drag queen bingo.
Oh my God!
Right.
Hey Dave, thanks for
picture.
Hey Dave, thanks for calling. I want to get Alex to answer to what you're saying. So thanks so much for calling. So, what do you think about that, Alex? I mean, that when you look at schools, that's what it's becoming, right?
That's exactly. Yeah, thank you, Dave, for the call. Unfortunately, that is now the norm. I think a lot of parents still haven't realized that is completely ubiquitous. And it's not just Illinois, too. I think a lot of people in conservative states have this misguided idea that it's just Illinois, California, and New York, and some of the really liberal states where this madness has taken over. This is everywhere. It's ubiquitous now.
Alex,
really only one solution.
Yeah, Alex, you're going in and out. We're losing the connection, so I want you to try to stay still for a moment. I want people to know where they can get more information. How can they find you? Give us your web address. Tell us what you're doing, how they can find out more, because this is a vast subject that you really need to hear more about. Where can they reach you, Alex?
Well, thank you so much, Caesar. Thank you, John. The website is publicschoolexit.com. That's publicschoolexit.com. And if you want to watch the presentation I've been doing all around the country, actually all around the world, it's called Rescuing Our Children. If you put that into YouTube, type in Alex Newman, Rescuing Our Children, you'll find a number of different versions. I encourage you to watch that, and I encourage you to share it. And if you still have children being victimized by these indoctrination centers, do the right thing, get them out now, and then sound the alarm so that others can do the right thing as well.
Yeah. Hey, Alex, thanks so much for joining us. a wealth of knowledge. Alex Newman, Rescuing Our Children.
Absolutely. Public School Exit.
Yeah.
You can also find out more about that at www.illinoisfamily.org. And we're connected with them. I am the Illinois director of Public School Exit. So I work with Alex. www.illinoisfamily.org, Public School Exit.
Alex, thanks so much for joining us. Hey, Tim, Greg, and Jim, listen, the hour 1 is over. If you're willing to hang out to hour 2, I'll take your call. You'll be the first calls I take. You're listening to Black and White on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio. We'll be right back.
Do you know what to do when a car is pulled over on the side of the road? First, reduce your speed. Second, change lanes if possible. Third, proceed with caution. These 3 simple steps can be the difference between life and death. The next time you're on the road, do the right thing. Slow down, move over, and drive like your life and their life depends on it. Sponsored by the Illinois Broadcasters Association. Aired in cooperation with this station. Thanks to the AAA Auto Club for their financial support in the airing of this message.
There is an answer to the mess we are in today in this country. There's a reason so many young people are being led astray. We have to fight back and protect the country we know and love. There's one who knows the way out of this mess. Charlie Kirk has the answer. He's relentless. He will not stop till he reaches every person who will hear. Listen to him every day, everywhere you find podcasts. The Charlie Kirk Show, now on a podcast near you. News, opinion, insight. This is AM 560, The Answer. WIND Chicago. Streaming at 560theanswer.com. On the AM 560 mobile app. Tune in, iHeart, and on Odyssey.
Another security threat in Afghanistan. I'm Joe Chiro, Fox News. U.S. officials tell Fox News that a new threat from ISIS in Afghanistan prompted the U.S. Embassy in Kabul to urge Americans there not to come to the airport unless they receive instructions otherwise from the U.S. government. Pentagon spokesman John Kirby.
So what you're seeing out of our State Department colleagues, I think, is a prudent notification to make sure that that whatever movement there is to the gates from outside the airport is done as safely as possible, and that people have the information they need to make the best decisions for themselves going forward.
Kirby did not rule out sending U.S. forces outside the Kabul airport to find people and get them out. Hurricane Henri is barreling toward Long Island in New England. The storm, which was upgraded from a tropical storm status, is currently about 200 miles off the North Carolina coast.
With that eventual landfall at Long Island, perhaps southern New England, is going to be tomorrow afternoon. So Sunday afternoon is when this will approach, but I do think things start to deteriorate early on Sunday. Folks along Long Island tomorrow afternoon are going to be feeling the impacts from this storm. Hurricane warnings in place for this entire region. And then just outside of that, including New York City, is a tropical storm warning. And that just means tropical storm force conditions likely in New York City tomorrow afternoon, maybe 3 to 5 feet of total storm surge. So it's going to be a wind situation. It's going to be a storm surge situation.
Fox meteorologist Adam Klotz. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo has declared a state of emergency for some parts of his state. New York Central Park, the scene of a concert expected to be attended by thousands later today to celebrate the city's recovery from coronavirus. Stars include Bruce Springsteen, Carlos Santana, Jennifer Hudson, and more. America is listening to Fox News.
Now, your official weather forecast.
An evening thunderstorm in spots, otherwise clear to partly cloudy. Tonight's low 68, mostly sunny. Nights for tomorrow, the high Sunday 82. Sunday night, clear, low 65. Monday, humid with sunshine and some clouds, a high 88. Tuesday, some sun. Watch for a strong thunderstorm in spots, a high 90. Wednesday, high 89. I'm Andy Robb on AM 560, The Answer.
Get the latest weather, traffic, and news updates online at 560theanswer.com.
Hi, it's Sean. As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their lives. He didn't stop by just creating the best pillow. Mike created the new Giza Dream bed sheets. They look and feel great, which means and even better night's sleep for me, which is crucial for my busy schedule. He found the world's best cotton called Giza. It's ultra soft and breathable, but extremely durable. The Giza Dream Sheets come with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty, and come in a variety of sizes and colors. The first night you sleep on them, you'll never want to sleep on anything else. I know this because that's exactly how I felt. Check out the special offer on Giza Dream Sheets just for you. You will receive a 2-for-1 low price with free shipping. Call 800-489-0201. Use the promo code LIBERTY or go to mypillow.com. And again, make sure to use my promo code LIBERTY. The number again is 1-800-489-0201. Promo code LIBERTY.
Joe didn't talk to a Mattress Firm sleep expert. And when hunger led him to the deli, Junk Sleep left his wallet at home. Leaving Joe checking every single pocket. Twice. To the frustration of everyone in line. For the type of sleep that makes wallets unforgettable, head to Mattress Firm and unjunk your sleep today.
Marcus by Goldman Sachs offers personal loans with no fees, ever. Banks offer coffee. So, what's more important? A Marcus by Goldman Sachs loan with no fees that could help consolidate debt, or bank coffee that tastes like bank coffee. You can money. Visit Marcus.com to learn more about saving, borrowing, and investing from Marcus by Goldman Sachs.
Investing involves risk and investments may lose value. Brokerage and investment advisory services by Goldman Sachs & Company, LLC. Member FINRA SIPC. Lending and deposits products provided by Goldman Sachs Bank USA. Member FDIC.
Meet Tim.
Hey, what's up?
He's the person you hired for your digital marketing, and when he's done battling aliens on his PS5 in his parents' basement, he'll get right to work. Now, meet the team at Salem Surround.
What's up? Hi.
These are the people who are passionate about your success and will work 24/7 to deliver real customers to you and your business. Why would you trust your digital marketing to one person when you can hire a whole team? Get nationwide experience, resources, and results.
Learn more about Salem Surround at surroundchicago.com.
Portions of the following show may be pre-recorded.
AM 560, The Answer. Prepare to have your mind opened. The lies of the mainstream media are about to be exposed, and the hypocrisy of the left is about to be revealed. This is a revolution in how you think about politics, race, and culture. You've tuned into Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker.
Welcome back to Hour 2, Black and Right Radio on AM 560, The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with my guest co-host today, the Bishop of Truth, Cesar LaFleur.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Hey, if you missed that first hour,
wow, yeah,
go to 560answer.com, download the podcast so that you can listen to it commercial free. Mm-hmm. While you're there, guess what's coming up September 11th?
What?
I'm doing my second boat cruise on Lake Michigan.
What?
From 12 to 3.
Oh, that's right. The one I didn't get invited to last year.
Oh, no. You got invited to it.
Oh, I didn't get invited.
No.
On September 11th?
September 11th.
Show some R-E-S-P-I-C-T.
I know, I already heard.
Respect.
Yeah. Respect. Respect. We're going to be leaving from Burnham Harbor at 12 o'clock, and we're going to cruise Lake Michigan. Oh, at 1 o'clock. Mm-hmm. When the show first starts at 1:05, we'll be out on the lake enjoying Lake Michigan while we're doing the live radio show.
Now, this is not going to be a little 3-hour cruise.
No, just 2 hours. Just 2 hours.
But you know what I'm talking about? Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, that was one hell of a 3-hour cruise.
Oh, my God. Whatever. So, hey, while you're there, grab a ticket. If you want to sponsor the show, hey, call into the AM 560. Let them know you want to sponsor. Or send me a message on Black and Right on Facebook, and we'll go from there.
I'm going to be there, man.
Yeah, we'll see.
You all come out with me.
We'll see.
Wrong.
Hey, let's get these calls out before, because they've been waiting on it, and I'm so grateful that they stayed on and waited for us to take their call. Greg, welcome to Black and Right.
How you guys doing?
Doing well.
All right.
Thanks
so
much
there's
for holding.
an Illinois. You're welcome. There's an Illinois law. It's called the Healthcare Right of Conscience Act, as amended by Senate Bill 1564 back in 2016. The code on it is 745 ILCS 70/1, and I'll read just one, John, how Senate bills are. One long sentence real quick. It shall be unlawful for any person, public or private institution, or public official to discriminate against any person in any manner, including but not limited to licensing, hiring, promotion, transfer, staff appointment, hospital, managed care entity, or any other privileges because of such person's conscientious refusal to receive, obtain, accept, perform, assist, counsel, suggest, recommend, refer, or participate in any way in any particular form of healthcare services contrary to his or her conscience.
So it's against the law to require the vaccine.
According to this, and it's against the law to make you wear a mask.
Yeah, but that I remember that bill now.
Okay,
I definitely remember that bill. It was a shaky bill because it had a
shaky bill, but it passed, and it passed in 2016.
Yeah, I voted no against it,
but it was passed and it's law.
Yeah, it's law.
It's law.
Yeah, I'm looking at the bill. I'm looking at the vote total. Right, it passed 61-54. John Anthony and almost every conservative voted no on it because it wasn't just about that. They had a whole litany.
Well, I understand it's a mess.
Yeah.
But Section 5
I'm reading
specifically says.
Yeah.
So, and I thought I'd share that with you guys because you guys are on the game.
Well, thank you so much because I know someone personally who needs to hear this because she's facing a huge challenge in her,
Well, Tony Perkman needs to hear this.
Absolutely, because if it's against the law to require something, to require a person to take a shot that they might have all kind of reasons not to want to take it.
I agree.
Among those being religious or just a conscious objection.
Yeah.
Why should you force them to take that or lose their jobs? And so if this is against the law, how are they getting around this? And so I appreciate that. Thanks, caller, for letting me know about that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I hate Illinois Nazis.
So do I.
Yeah, man.
Let's go to Tim. Tim, welcome to Black and Right.
John Caesar, thanks a million for taking my call.
Thanks for holding.
Let's go back. Oh, you're welcome. Anytime. Great program. Let's go back to 1945. 1945, 76 years ago, where all of this started. Here we are in the city of San Francisco, the state of California, one of the first venues of the United Nations.
Yep.
Stalin turns to President Harry Truman and says, "We will convert and own the United States of America without firing a shot."
That's right. I remember.
Yeah, that's true.
Now this is the Russian preamble, and look how far they have gotten in 76 years.
Absolutely.
This is incredible.
And that's one of the things
absolutely incredible.
Alex Newman deals with that.
Fraud.
Yes.
Yes. And here a Russian biologist, Trofim Lysenko, we call it Lysenkoism, known as scientific fraud, scientific manipulation of sciences. Everything they do is to keep us on this new Russian plantation. Now, let me give you an example. Let's give out some economic stimulus checks. Why would you want to call your U.S. congressman or senator when they keep paying you not to call them? You see how this mind control, we're in this mind control, algorithm mind controls, and they have got it down to a science, gentlemen.
I agree.
And I can't thank you enough for getting this out to the public and saying, pay attention, get involved.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it.
Thank you so much for that.
Thanks so much, Tim. Thanks for calling, Tim.
And let me encourage people to
right.
go to publicschoolexit.com and then go on YouTube and just type in Public School Exit with Alex Newman. And he deals with that in his presentation. The school system was going to be the vehicle into transforming our children into these citizens that will accept the Marxism, that would accept, this collectivism. And that's exactly what the school systems was designed to produce. Did you know millennials now, I forgot the percentage, but a high percentage of them would vote for a communist.
Of course.
Absolutely. Marxism is an accepted ideology right now among them because the school system has been producing that.
And it's
designed
reinforced.
To do it.
But look at what it's reinforced by. Oz Hillman, right? The 7 Mountains of Culture.
Right.
I mean, entertainment, music. I mean, all these things reinforce what the kids get at school.
Absolutely.
And then what the parent is saying is completely pushed out because not only are they getting it from school, but they're getting it from the culture.
From everybody that grinds it in, that pulls it down in there.
Yeah.
Our kids have 15,000 hours under that kind of indoctrination, and they're getting it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
You really
the
need
American Idols and all this stuff is just is a part, because if it's instant, it's success. It's instant. It's instant. It isn't instant. You know. And I mean, we gotta wake people up.
You know, Alex, when he talks about this Agenda 21 and Agenda 30 from the United Nations, and they were 50 years ago talking about the type of citizen they wanted to have.
Well, that used to be conspiracy theory,
but it's actual fact now.
Alex Jones,
you know,
somebody who was a conspiracy theorist for many years is now. I mean, think about almost everything he's ever talked about is coming to pass.
He was right.
Almost. I said almost.
Okay, so have you watched his show?
Yes, I have.
So what I loved about it, and I hate to change the subject here or interject, but what I loved about it is you'd have something that was credible, right? And then something that was marginal, and then something that was straight out of like E.T. like he would throw three things at you, and one would be credible, one would be like, I need to look that one up.
Right.
And then the third one was like, put on your foil hats, the lizard people are coming to take us all out. No.
Well, there's a UFO report that the Department of Defense prepared. So
yeah, that's the marginal stuff. That's the thing.
Well, like my dad used to say, eat the meat,
the
spit out the bones.
goalposts are moving, kids.
Hey, let's go to David. David, welcome to Black and Right.
Hi, John Anthony and guests. Continue to do what you're doing. You are educating the public. I think we're sort of waking people up. Hopefully we can do a lot more. But my comment is this is about medical tyranny.
Yes.
Forcing you into decisions that you don't really want to do, let alone, I mean, like forced to do. So I have an argument for like the people. I find it hard talking to people in the context of medical. Let's put it in a different context where people can understand it more easily. I have an example here. Here's an example anybody can use. This is open source. I encourage you to use this. So you're talking to like a lib, okay? So you say, okay, Mr. Woke. You don't call him that. Just be very civil to him. Just say, just listen to me.
I like Mr.
Okay,
Woke.
just imagine. I'm not. Okay, so anyway, just imagine all planes are grounded by the federal government due to fossil fuels. We can't use them anymore. It's ruining the upper atmosphere. But there's a new plane, emergency authorization. It's a new design. It's a nuclear-powered plane. We don't know if it gives you cancer. We didn't test this, just like the so-called vaccines. We don't know the long-term effects, and we don't know if it'll crash. But if you want to travel, you have to fly on this nuclear-powered experimental plane.
It's tyranny.
And all the military is required to do it. So.
It's tyranny.
Dave, thanks so much for calling. He's right. It's tyranny. It's complete tyranny.
That's what it is.
You know, I gave a speech at Jeannie Ives' breakthrough event a couple of weeks last week.
Yeah.
And I said, I love freedom, but I hate tyranny.
Yeah.
And the problem is most people don't realize it's tyranny. Why? Because of our education, indoctrination,
It's
and all
produced
that.
people
It's produced
ideal for giving this up.
You're listening to Black and Right on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony. Give us more calls. 312-642-5600. We'll be right back.
Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson.
At some point when you become president of the United States, you're going to be operating without a net. That comes when policy choices you made put American lives in jeopardy. And that's where President Joe Obama, third term of Obama, President Biden was yesterday.
People died. People were horrified.
Start your day with Chicago's Morning Answer. Weekday mornings starting at 5 on AM 560. The Answer.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, Doctors Economos, Gavalis, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidisciplined practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology, such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930. That's 630-830-4930. Or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
Hi, John Anthony here. Let me tell you about my good friends at Matrix Home Solutions. They are a brand new sponsor of the show. And when it comes to top quality home improvement projects, no other company comes close to Matrix. They focus on 4 major areas to increase the value of your home and improve your lifestyle: basement remodeling, bathroom transformations, custom garage flooring and storage, and energy-saving solar solutions. Now is the perfect time to contact my friends at Matrix to discuss ideas and plans for your home. Matrix is the premier choice for renovation services. They deliver an exceptional, professional, and hassle-free experience. Go to matrixhomesolutions.com to view project photo galleries, special financing options, and more. That's matrixhomesolutions.com. Tell them John Anthony sent you for exclusive savings, and thank them for sponsoring my show. matrixhomesolutions.com.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
Before I started taking Balance of Nature, I was really a huge procrastinator, and I would sleep in as much as I possibly could. And since I've started taking it, I've noticed a huge improvement in about every aspect of my life. I've noticed that my hair has been growing longer. My nails are longer than they've ever been. I feel better than I felt since I was in my 20s. I am more productive. I am more motivated now than I have ever been. And I'm older than I've ever been. So I think that that's a huge improvement. I really love Balance of Nature, and I recommend it to all my friends and family.
Get a wide variety of all your daily recommended servings of whole fruits and vegetables without having to leave your home. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 1-800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code Chicago.
And now, more Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Switch your attitude. Go ahead, level up.
Welcome back to Black and Right on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in the studio with the bishop himself, the Bishop of Truth, LaCesar LaFleur.
Hey, everybody.
You know, I think I want to, really relay this message.
Okay.
I believe in freedom.
Yes, sir.
If you want to wear a diaper, if you want to get the jab, by all means, go ahead.
Yourself.
Go ahead. Guess what?
Help yourself.
I won't belittle you. I won't tell you you're an idiot, you're stupid.
Nope.
I won't. Because if that's what you choose to do, I respect that right. The problem becomes you don't respect my right to say no.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
You don't.
Right.
Not you, Bishop.
I understand.
But you don't respect my right to say no because I choose to live, not in fear. And I'm not saying that people that get the vax, the jab and wear the the diapers.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
I got it because that's why Dan and Amy keep getting those strikes because they're using certain words, and these overlords are watching to see what words you're using. But by all means, go ahead. I respect it.
I respect your choice to make your decision. What's best for you?
Yes.
But all I ask is that you do that for me as well.
Yeah.
Let me make a decision whether I want to do it or not. So let me make a decision about what I want to hear, what information I want to consume.
So, when's the last time you've been to Australia?
Oh, just last night.
Did you hear? Was he the prime minister? I don't know.
Some official. I think he was the governor of a province.
Was he the health inspector for a certain province or anything like that? Well, in Australia, you can't do this.
There will be no removal of masks to consume alcohol outdoors. So you will no longer be able to remove your mask to drink a cocktail at a pop-up beer garden on a footpath as part of a pub crawl.
There will be no removal of masks for the Kookaburra. It's hard to take somebody seriously.
Yeah. So, I want to ask my good friend, who also sponsor of the show, Jim Economos. I'm sure you're probably sitting by the pool somewhere enjoying a nice cold beverage. I hope you have your mask on, and because you can't pull down your mask to have to sip on your drink, Jim.
He's got it rigged some kind of way where he's getting that alcohol in.
Welcome, Jim.
How you guys doing?
We're doing well. How are you, sir?
Good. I'm actually by the poolside, but I'm in a little town called Omoa in the northern range of Honduras. It's my daughter's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, Jim's by one pool. Yeah, Stephanie Trostle's by another pool.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Stephanie sends us a text message. Hey, I'm sitting by the pool enjoying the show. What's going on?
And I sent her a picture of my pool. Not much. I'm telling my friends and patients and things, keep your kids out of these cesspools known as public schools.
Yes, sir.
I mean, having a kid wearing a face diaper is awful. There's no medical reason for it. And I think what you're seeing in a lot of places, people are getting involved with the school boards again to take the boards away from these liberal people that are, allowing all this stuff to go on.
Yeah.
It's either that or you just homeschool. I have a little daughter at home. She's 6 years old. I'm homeschooling her.
Wow.
I'm not going to put her in this cesspool as a public school.
Yeah, bless your heart.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I really don't blame you, Jim.
And if a lot of people keep their kids out of these schools, first the attendance goes down, they get less money.
Yeah.
So that's the lesson you have to get. No attendance, no money, go on strike, revolts. And if anybody needs to wear a face mask, it's our governor who shouldn't eat so much. So maybe they'll prevent him from ingesting
Shots
so much.
fired.
That's
Zing.
That is a shot fired.
Well, think about it. What gives this guy the right to tell us things about our health when his own example isn't what it should be?
Well, the fascism. That's what gives him the right. That's what they believe.
Exactly.
He's just wearing.
Well, we're not going to have any of that stuff.
Yeah, he's just raising awareness for bone density.
Okay.
Yeah, but
That's why we got to revolt. Like Rand Paul said, you can't arrest all of us.
I played that audio last week. Jim, thanks so much for calling us, brother. You're always on point.
Hey, but that's a good point. If we're going to have government tyranny in the name of health, well, then why don't we, close down McDonald's and Burger Kings? What's killing more people?
Yeah.
Coronavirus or diabetes and heart disease and all those other things. Shut them on there.
But then you enter into a subject where you go, okay, well, yeah, you got McDonald's closed down because it's giving people heart disease. Well, but it's also feeding people.
Right.
Okay, so, that's kind of like the economy.
Right.
Well, let's shut the economy down because we need to protect people. Well, it's also feeding people.
But
we wouldn't shut McDonald's down.
No, it won't.
Shut the economy.
But it's also tax revenue as well.
That's economy.
It's follow the money. But you know what I fear, if they continue down this road, the Second Amendment will be in the targets next.
That's what I said.
Now, people getting shot, and they're going to say, hey, guess what?
If your gun didn't exist,
then
it wouldn't be a chance of somebody getting shot.
Well, and they had the CDC on that years ago declaring gun crimes as a health issue.
Yeah, not gang violence. Not gang violence, but guns. Yeah, miss me with that.
Absolutely. And once again, just let me remind people, about this. He called it indoctrination camp, the public schools and those things. Go to www.illinoisfamily.org, please, and click on the Rescue Our Children banner and find out more. If you want to get your children out of indoctrination and away from tyranny, where you can't have people telling them they've got to walk around with this mask on their face all day.
Yeah.
And somebody else pointed out, said this, having our kids with these masks, their heads bound, waiting in line to go in school, is teaching them how not to fight for their freedom. We're teaching our children to just give up and go along with whatever somebody in government tells you to do, whether it makes sense or not.
Don't question. So don't question us.
Because I had some questions. Like, for instance, if 70% of the population has taken vaccines that you say is 90% effective, then why are the hospitals more overcrowded now than at the height of the pandemic? That doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
That if the vaccines work, why is that? And if the masks are so effective in blocking the transmission of the virus, the diapers, why aren't we required to dispose of them in some kind of bio-safe way? How can we just throw those things around?
Yeah. Let's go back to the phone lines. Terry from Rogers Park, welcome to Black and Right.
Hi. I went grocery shopping yesterday at Walmart without a mask on, and nobody said a word about it. But right after that, I had a heated dust-up with my primary doctor for coming in her office without a mask on. And she may tell me to get another doctor, but that'll be her loss.
Find
not
another
mine.
one. Find another one. Because if my doctor tells me that, I'm gone. I'm gone. Thank you so much. Tony from Chicago. What's up, Tony? Welcome back.
Hello there. It's been a while, but I just want to tell you, congratulations on getting Alex Newman on. I wish you guys had a longer segment.
I did too.
Also, you should get a guy named Dr. Duke Pesta on there. I mean, he is like the expert on this whole school thing with children. But
reach out to him, and I'll stay on the line after the break, and I'll come in there and talk to you, give you my cell so we can talk.
Okay, sure. Real quick, there's a way to actually get to schooling, to get kids out of school. The problem is that you can't, it's not realistic because some people have to do that. What I would suggest is to get funding for private schools that you can send these kids there so that you can. And this is an example of how the Republicans could actually take a stand on this, but they won't because what do I always say? They're cowards. And I'm to the Republicans. And there is a way to stop the Republicans, but I don't know. I probably won't have time to say that. But
Hey, Tony. At 2:35, we're going to be and Pastor, don't slap me if I say it wrong, because I've been trying to rehearse his last name. And I attend the church. Pastor Randy Bland.
You're fired.
Pastor Randy Bland is coming on to talk about just that, because I'm going to tell you what he's been able to do with as far as helping people who can't really afford all of the schooling is nothing short of amazing. So,
and that's what the church is going to have to do.
They had to fill in.
The church is going to have to do that.
So,
we've got these buildings that are open every day that can become schools, and the church.
Thanks so much for calling, Tony.
But even with that, there's Lutheran schools and a couple other Christian schools that are out in the western suburbs here that are getting derecognized by the state.
Yeah. Absolutely,
right. They're taking away their accreditation.
Yeah. Well, they they don't have the power to do that.
That's right.
That's the
they don't have the rightful power to do
right.
that. But they've mandated that the Department of Education does that.
Yeah. Let's go to Art real quick. All right, welcome to Black and Right.
Thank you. Appreciate you taking my call.
No problem. What's going on? What's your point?
I want to share with you that 2/3 of the information that the Tea Party's been spreading about why masks don't work, the evidence that masks doesn't work, I obtained from the medical director of the American Legion for the state of Illinois. And if you have your pencil ready and your listeners have their pencil ready.
You got 20 seconds. You got 20 seconds. Go ahead.
www.tinyurl.com/COVID-.
Is that Art Ellington? I think it's Art Ellington. I think that's who it is.
Yeah, we can't have people putting links on the air that we haven't seen and we don't know what they are. We cannot do that. Sorry.
You're listening to Black and Right on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio. We'll be right back.
We're not going anywhere, and you got a homeboy in the deal who gets it.
Charlie Kirk believes we're seeing the decline of America.
Right now, there are hundreds of people that run your country, run our military, run our government, that are kind of like, what's the big deal if we lose? Who cares if it's humiliating? What's important is whether or not we get paid. What's important is whether or not my child goes to Harvard. I mean, we do that all the time. That's all we've done is lose over the last 30 years. And we get promoted while doing it.
The Charlie Kirk Podcast. Available on SalemPodcastNetwork.com and everywhere podcasts are heard.
News, I'm Mary Corsetti. Thousands are expected for a concert in Central Park meant to celebrate New York City's recovery from the coronavirus. Bruce Springsteen, Jennifer Hudson, and LL Cool J are among the performers at what is being billed as the homecoming concert. Proof of vaccination is required. Meanwhile, some are taking drastic steps to avoid having kids wear masks in schools.
How about the pastor of a California megachurch who's offering religious exemptions for those morally opposed to vaccinations? Or there's the Louisiana Attorney General who posted sample letters on his Facebook page for anyone looking for a way around the governor's mask rules. Oregon Governor Kate Brown's appalled by Mark Thielman, the superintendent of the Alsea Oregon School District's suggestion that parents cite federal disability laws to get their kid an exemption. Thielman says the majority of his parents are skeptical and are no longer believing what they're told about COVID-19.
Fox's Karen McHugh. America is listening to Fox News.
Hi, John Anthony here. Let me tell you about my good friends at Matrix Home Solutions. They are a brand new sponsor of the show. And when it comes to top quality home improvement projects, no other company comes close to Matrix. They focus on 4 major areas to increase the value of your home and improve your lifestyle: basement remodeling, bathroom transformations, custom garage flooring and storage, and energy-saving solar solutions. Now is the perfect time to contact my friends at Matrix to discuss ideas and plans for your home. Matrix is the premier choice for renovation services. They deliver an exceptional, professional, and hassle-free experience. Go to matrixhomesolutions.com to view project photo galleries, special financing options, and more. That's matrixhomesolutions.com. Tell them John Anthony sent you for exclusive savings, and thank them for sponsoring my show. matrixhomesolutions.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-555-2085. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Providers help thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-555-2085. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-555-2085. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-555-2085. 800-555-2085.
Are you ready for a life-fulfilling getaway where you can join renowned Bible teachers, best-selling authors, and award-winning worship artists in breathtaking locations? Sail the Sea of Galilee, gaze at the majesty of towering Alaska glaciers, or bask in the warmth of the Caribbean sun? Christian travel is the best way to see God's creation, and Inspiration Cruises and Tours will provide unforgettable moments just for you. For more information, visit inspirationcruises.com or call 800-247-1899.
The world has changed. Our economy has changed. And now, more than ever, it's important that your retirement savings is set up to generate income, real money, in your bank account month after month while still controlling your principal. And that's what we do. We're Crystal Lake Tax. We set up people for retirement income. To learn how it's done, join Amazon best-selling author Michael Stewart for the Retirement Success Blueprint every Sunday afternoon at 2.
Meet Tim.
Hey, what's up?
He's the person you hired for your digital marketing strategy. And when he's done battling aliens on his PS5 in his parents' basement, I'm sure he'll get right to work. Now, meet the team at Salem Surround.
What's up?
Hey. Over 200 digital media strategists with all the current digital tools, resources, and training, bringing your business the real results you need. These are the people who are passionate about your marketing success and will work 24/7 to deliver customers to you and your business. So, Tim.
Yes, level 12. I'm going to be here all night.
Or the team at Salem Surround. Why trust your digital marketing to one person when you can hire a whole team? Nationwide exposure, experience, and expertise. Let our team of experts focus on your digital marketing strategy so you can focus on your business. It's an easy decision.
To learn more about Salem Surround or for a free no-obligation digital audit, visit surroundchicago.com. That's surroundchicago.com.
We now return to Black and White on AM 560. The Answer. Here's John Anthony.
There you go, Bishop.
Yes, sir.
You like that, Bishop?
Oh, my God.
This music fits me more. Uh-oh, come on, Bishop.
Yeah.
Come on, Bishop.
Oh, man, I don't want I got to get my
You'll be backsliding. You're going to be in the club tomorrow night.
I have to repent tomorrow.
Welcome back to Black and White on AM 560 The Answers. The Bishop, you just sang. You sang.
I do. I sang
You sang sometimes?
Yeah, I'm a singer.
Look at
I'm
you.
a singer.
That's the Bishop of Truth.
That's right.
Cecil LaFleur's voice you hear.
Hey,
Yeah, you're the only one not allowed to sing on this show.
I know. Well, don't you think you didn't hear me singing, right? Wait,
I've heard you singing, and that's why I said.
Well, when you're not here, I sing. I'll sing when you're not here, George.
So don't ever not be here. Okay?
So that's basically what he said. He didn't put out the memo to everybody, all the other technical producers, to do not allow John Anthony to sing. No, but Bishop.
Yes, sir.
When you look at what's happening with a lot of these schools caving to the fake powers that be when it comes to ISB, Illinois Department of Public Health, the governor, city of Chicago, these, just wherever they believe they can just unilaterally make a lot of these decisions to shut down the schools, to shut down, they pick winners and losers. It's so refreshing when you can get a leader, especially in the faith community, who's willing to stand against any and all that. And especially this, and I don't know if you know this, our next guest, they actually sued Pritzker last year.
No.
Yeah, they sued Pritzker last year. And a lot of my friends were attending this church, and they would call me, John, you really need to go check this church out. You really need to go check this church out, because we got a lion down there that's willing to stand against the tyranny that's happening. And he's doing it in spite of everything that's going on around. And so I went down and met with our next guest, Pastor, George. Should I do it, George?
Yes, do it.
Pastor Randy. I'm just gonna say it like that. I'm gonna let Pastor Randy say his last name because I may butcher it. Pastor, you have really been a true warrior in this battle. I personally believe there's an evil component, a spiritual component that a lot of people. That's why so many people are getting so beat down when it comes to what's happening in our world, in our country today. You, sir, have been one of those warriors standing on not just standing, but got his hands to battle. Pastor Randy, thanks so much for joining Black and Right.
John, thank you very much, and I appreciate those kind words. Now, let me just say, though, I think you're absolutely right. There is an unprecedented lack of Christian leadership in our world today, and I'm talking about frontline leadership. I'm talking about leadership, who have folded their hands and they've taken a seat and they've turned the responsibilities that God has given to us over to the world, and you get what you get. I mean, seriously, where are the people who are willing to do what they believe about God, no matter what the consequence, and then simply trust Him for the outcome? I mean, I still believe in Romans 8:28, that God really will work out all things together for the good who love Him and are called according to His purpose.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't have a choice. I don't want to do anything to embarrass the cause of Christ, and I especially don't want to lack the courage to stand up in the middle of all this nonsense and this chaos, that we're dealing with, right now. I know you're aware, and I know you watched, but I watched those people, from Afghanistan cramming onto a plane, and I was so grateful for those who would be flown to freedom.
Yeah.
But you know what? My heart was still broke for those who were left behind.
Yes.
And that's how I feel about our families and our community right now. I'm grateful for all of those students and all those families that we get to help, but I'm heartbroken for those who are being left behind and those who are just being forgotten about, and literally thrown to the system.
Yeah.
Christians need to let people know that there's still hope in Jesus Christ.
Amen.
And that He's still alive and He's still well.
And Pastor,
it's only been 2 days. Let me just say this, John. It's only been 2 days into this new school year, but it's clear some of the damage that has been done as a result of this nonsense from not finishing the 2019-20 school year and then e-learning all last year. It's going to be a huge challenge, to catch these kids up. I mean, people have no idea the real damage that's been done.
My God, that is so true. Pastor, how many kids were enrolled in Families of Faith Christian Academy last year?
Last year, I think we had 120, maybe 120 children.
Hey, Bishop, hold on to the desk. How many students are enrolled this year?
I think we have about 310 right now.
Wow.
You see that?
Wow.
Now, because when we come back from the break, because I really want to lay this out, because 120 to 300 and some kids, and still growing.
Well, that was in the middle of COVID, though.
Right.
You got to remember. I mean, when everybody else was shutting down, we refused to.
Yeah. See that? This is what I said. I refused to bow he refused to bow the knee to Baal.
Yes.
And we need more Christian leaders like him.
Absolutely.
But I want to talk about, because you guys are helping so many families out when it comes to these kids being in there, because, this is, and one of the reasons why I wanted to bring you on the show was to talk about, a lot of the fundraisers you have, the golf outing, and how other people who are listening can assist and help with the onslaught of kids that have come into the school this year. All right.
Well, for us right now, we have, probably 60% of the children that are in our school are getting some form of scholarship because parents weren't prepared for this.
Yeah, and I agree. And I think when we come back from break, I really want to just emphasize how others can help, because to go from there to that is amazing. And we need to help get as many people especially from our area, and people from all out who want to be able to help and assist kids to go into school. So we're talking with Pastor Randy from Families of Faith. You see what I did there? Families of Faith Christian Academy. You're listening to Black and Right. We'll be right back.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
I realized after a month there has been biological effects. I feel a lot better. I think I look a lot better. I get a lot of energy. I seem to be sleeping better. In fact, I boxed all my old vitamins and put them away, and now I've got this perfect cabinet that I could put more stuff in that's not vitamin related. So I just think it's a good product. It's been fantastic. That's all I can tell you.
Experience the Balance of Nature difference for yourself. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or by going to balanceofnature.com. And make sure to receive this special radio offer by using discount code CHICAGO.
Hi, it's Sean. As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their lives. He didn't stop by just creating the best pillow. Mike created the new Giza Dream bed sheets. They look and feel great, which means an even better night's sleep for me, which is crucial for my busy schedule. He found the world's best cotton called Giza. It's ultra soft and breathable, but extremely durable. The Giza Dream sheets come with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty, and come in a variety of sizes and colors. The first night you sleep on them, you'll never want to sleep on anything else. I know this because that's exactly how I felt. Check out the special offer on Giza Dream sheets just for you. You will receive a 2-for-1 low price with free shipping. Call 800-489-0201. Use the promo code LIBERTY or go to mypillow.com. And again, make sure to use my promo code LIBERTY. The number again is 1-800-489-0201. Promo code LIBERTY.
Joe didn't talk to a Mattress Firm sleep expert. And when hunger led him to the deli, Junk Sleep left his wallet at home.
Oh, did I?
Leaving Joe checking every single pocket. Twice. To the frustration of everyone in line. For the type of sleep that makes wallets unforgettable, head to Mattress Firm and unjunk your sleep today.
Marcus by Goldman Sachs offers personal loans with no fees, ever. Banks offer coffee. So what's more important, a Marcus by Goldman Sachs loan with no fees that could help consolidate debt, or bank coffee that tastes like bank coffee? You can money. Visit Marcus.com to learn more about saving, borrowing, and investing from Marcus by Goldman Sachs.
Investing involves risk and investments may lose value. Brokerage and investment advisory services by Goldman Sachs & Company, LLC. Member FINRA SIPC. Lending and deposits products provided by Goldman Sachs Bank USA. Member FDIC.
It's the show the mainstream media doesn't want you to know about. It's Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind, thinking I can see through this and see what's behind. Got no way.
Welcome back to Black and Right on AM 560. You guys should have saw Hoff Daddy's face when he heard me singing. I'm only human after all. Welcome back, Caesar LaFleur, the Bishop of Truth.
Yes.
Before the break, we were talking with. Now I'm going to try it because George wouldn't do something for me, but that's okay. You chump, you bum. Look at him.
It's Bland.
Bland. Thank you. Thank you. But Pastor, because I've never said his name. I've never heard you say your name. In the four times I've come to your church, I've yet to hear you say your last name. I'm like, uh-oh. I called Miss Judy. I called Dom. Dom said blonde. You chump. Dom was trying to set me up.
Bland. It's really easy.
Bland. Okay, but Pastor, no, here's my question. What is your message to the other Christian schools, especially schools of faith, Christianity? What is your message to those schools who are afraid and bowing to this governmental pressure of basically allowing the dictates of the government to come into a private entity and say, you're going to follow our edicts, or we're going to strip away your recognition status. We're not going to allow your kids to play sports. What's your message of encouragement to these people who are so afraid?
Well, listen, thank you for the question. I think it's a great one. I think my first message is, remember who we're supposed to be recognized by, and it's not this world or the things of this world. We've been called by God to be the ambassadors. We're supposed to be prepared to give a reason for the hope we have, not hide from it. And the only way you can do that is to get out in front and lead like you've been called to. And I think pastors and leaders in church, listen, there's thousands of church, John, that have closed that are never going to open again. There are thousands of churches, that are still not open fully, and fully serving their communities. I mean, God's church has been weakened by this, and I think we've been exposed to some things that ought to embarrass all of us, but it also ought to challenge us. As I said earlier, I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want to be, that person who lacks the courage in the middle of a crisis to not be seen. I want to be seen. I want Christ to be lifted up, that he would draw all men to himself if we would lift him up, and that's exactly what I want to do and what I know we've been called to. So I would just encourage the leaders, to remember where you came from. God has given us, everything we need for such a time as this. I mean, we have been completely and thoroughly equipped and prepared for this moment. And, man, we need to shine right now. People need to see us shine right now.
Amen. Pastor, this is Cecil LaFleur.
Say his last name.
Pastor Bland.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much for what you're doing down there. And I appreciate the things that you're saying today, especially as you challenge the church to be the church and not be afraid and to step out on faith. God requires us to lead that way. And I'm reminded of the scripture says, render to Caesar what's Caesar, and to God what's due God, what belongs to him. Yeah. And I believe that one of the things the churches might need to consider now is to get the hooks of the government out of us. I've even talked to some pastors about maybe considering let's forego our tax exemption if it's going to cause us to have to compromise and to make concessions on things that we really shouldn't be making concessions about. What's your thoughts about the church stepping out of the shadow of the government, become more independent, and then finally being about what we're supposed to be doing, which is to make disciples for Jesus Christ instead of all of the other things that we're allowing ourselves to get drug into?
Well, I think there's a perception that we're tied into some things, and maybe there are some churches, that really are deeply entrenched in that, but we're not. Yeah. We have a tax exempt status like everybody else does, but if they want it, they can have it.
Amen.
It's not going to cause us to cease to be who we are.
Love this guy.
I love it.
I think if we would just go out and be the church and stop worrying about what the consequences might be. I mean, listen, if God isn't greater in us than he that is in this world, then we don't have anything to preach about anyway. And so I think it's more of a perception. I think people have allowed themselves, to succumb to fear that they really don't need to. I mean, if you just stand up, I haven't had a phone call. I haven't had anybody here to shut me down. And when they come, we'll give them whatever they want, but we're not going to stop doing what we're doing.
Amen.
And we're not going to stop being who we have been called to be. And so I don't know that there's a mechanism in place yet in our nation, for the government to overcome us. Remember the story of the children of Israel when the new Pharaoh knew not who Joseph was. Remember what he said? These people are becoming too numerous.
Right.
If we don't enslave them, they'll overcome us. Mm-hmm. And they didn't have any idea the power that they possessed, not only with just sheer numbers, but the God in whom they served. And if we would just stand up together, we are so powerful. We would be such a force to reckon with. But we're just like those Israelites, man. We just got in lockstep and allow ourselves to be enslaved to all kinds of stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, we really do. Just all kinds of crazy things that we allow ourselves to be enslaved to, and we don't have to.
That's right.
Yeah. Hey, Pastor, can I hold you for one last This is the last segment of the show because I really want to I want to talk about the golf outing you guys got coming up and a few other things that you guys are doing to help fund a lot of these kids that are attending the school. I keep hearing you. I can't believe you've been this close to me. I've been down in the Joliet-Minooka area for 15 years, I believe, and we have not met. And you've been the type of pastor I've been looking for, somebody that wants to push back and fight back against the tyranny that's infused the church. You listen to Black and Right on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony. We'll be right back.
I love my dog just like I'm Peter. Gotta protect him.
Hi, John Anthony here. Let me tell you about my good friends at Matrix Home Solutions. They are a brand new sponsor of the show. And when it comes to top quality home improvement projects, no other company comes close to Matrix. They focus on 4 major areas to increase the value of your home and improve your lifestyle: basement remodeling, bathroom transformations, custom garage flooring and storage, and energy-saving solar solutions. Now is the perfect time to contact my friends at Matrix to discuss ideas and plans for your home. Matrix is the premier choice for renovation services. They deliver an exceptional, professional, and hassle-free experience. Go to matrixhomesolutions.com to view project photo galleries, special financing options, and more. That's matrixhomesolutions.com. Tell them John Anthony sent you for exclusive savings, and thank them for sponsoring my show. matrixhomesolutions.com.
One of the things we have learned in the past year, technology is a must. You must have good data and cell service inside your building. Do you have bad service? Let's fix that. This is Kelly Piles. My company is PC Net Services. We fix that bad data and cellular connection inside your building and stop the complaints. It's not as complicated as you might think, but it does make a difference. We work with all major cellular carriers and data communications companies across the nation. We can improve your cellular and data signal in your building with every carrier. No more dropped calls, no more complaints. First responders, firefighters, and government agencies have used us to create a better cellular signal inside their building. We could do the same for you. A veteran-owned company, PC Net Services, connecting you to the world.
Get better cell service in your building, no matter which carrier. For a free analysis, call PC Net Services, 815-545-4439, 815-545-4439.
Let's get it to him, baby girl. Hey.
Black and Right continues on AM 560. Once again, here's John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with the Bishop of Truth, Cesar LaFleur. Pastor LaFleur, right?
Yes, sir.
You know, I call you Bishop because I think you should be a bishop now. Before the break, we were talking with Pastor Randy Bland from Families of Faith Christian Academy. He's also the lead pastor of Families of Faith Christian Church. Pastor Randy, you got something coming up. You got a fundraiser. But I thought I saw somebody with your last name on the fundraiser. You mind giving us just a quick story of how this golf fundraiser came to be?
Sure. Several years ago, my nephew, who attended our academy here, developed a very, aggressive and rare cancer. And he was an amazing young man. He played sports. He was not a good athlete at all. I don't think he ever scored a basket. He never, got a rebound. I mean, he just was not a good athlete, but he wanted to play. And in the final years of his life, as he was sitting on the bench, he would get in and play, a couple of moments, and he'd come out and suck some oxygen and, get right back out there into the game. And he was such an inspiration, to so many, of the other students. It just became, clear to us that this was something that God was going to use to memorialize his life and also show, the kind of conviction we need to have, that no matter what we're going through, no matter what we're dealing with, man, we still got to fight. Ooh. We still got to get out there and make a difference as much as we can. And Zach's life has made a difference, in so many others. And over the last, I think this is the 10th year that we've done this, or the 9th year, and this golf outing. And it's raised a lot of money to help kids that could not come, to our school, without some sort of assistance. And we've never turned children away. We really don't want to. As long as we have space and as long as we have the ability, we're going to receive as many kids as we can because we believe in what we're doing. And we know that, there may not be another plane coming by, soon enough to really rescue these kids. Yeah.
Now, when is the golf outing and how can people sign up?
October 1st, and it's here in Shanahan. Shanahan has one of the most, amazing golf courses in the area. And if you go to our website, FOFCA, that's FOFCA.com, you'll be able to get information there on the website. If you just want to give, there's a button there that you can push. It simply says support, and it gives you some other ideas or some other ways to give. Yeah. And any support we get would be amazing because we're going to be able to help a lot of children.
I love it. Pastor Randy?
God bless you.
Yeah.
Man. God bless you in your ministry, what you're doing there.
Yeah, and thanks so much for joining us today. One day I want to get you in here to probably guest co-host with me if you got the time. I know you're a busy
John,
man.
I'd love to.
All right, Pastor Randy, thanks so much for joining Black and White
Are you
today.
courting another bishop right in front of my
I am.
face?
Well, this guy's is I'm joining this church, so you know.
All right.
You guys have a great day.
All right, thank you,
Pastor.
Sir. Really quickly, Bishop, thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, man,
Alex
thanks for having me
Newman,
back.
I want to
Yes.
thank Alex Newman and my soon-to-be pastor for joining us as well. But I wanted to give a quick update on Officer Giannis, who was shot
Yes.
and survived.
Mhm.
And shout out to the Ella French family.
Yes. Mhm.
Shout out to Keith Thornton Jr., the dispatcher.
Yes.
Amazing. George, can we should I wait a little bit or just do it now? Okay. This is the update that we got from his family, Officer Giannis' family. Go ahead, George.
Thank you for your support, and your donations, and your prayers. I love you all. Do this all for you. Thank you for your support.
Thank you for your support and prayers.
Yeah.
And he blew a kiss to his wife.
Yes.
Guys, we got to support the men and women that are out there
Pray for them
supporting
as well.
us. And also support our soldiers.
Yes.
We don't know what's getting ready to happen. George, Hoff Daddy, thanks so much, man. It's been great. Hey, guys, we'll see you next week. I'm John Anthony signing out.
Meet Tim.
Hey, what's up?
He's the person you hired for your digital marketing strategy. And when he's done battling aliens on his PS5 in his parents' basement, I'm sure he'll get right to work. Now, meet the team at Salem Surround.
What's up? Hi.
Over 200 digital media strategists with all the current digital tools, resources, and training, bringing your business the real results you need. These are the people who are passionate about your marketing success and will work 24/7 to deliver customers to you and your business. So, Tim.
Yes, level 12. I'm going to be here all night.
Or the team at Salem Surround. Why trust your digital marketing to one person when you can hire a whole team? Nationwide